What's poppin' T Squad? It's your girl Keisha. And I'm here with tonight's All Tea, All Shade Real Housewives of Potomac, Season 5, Episode 16 review. I want to let you guys know that I will not be doing a Fargo review tonight. I'm pretty tired, but I will be back next week with a review. Also, make sure you thumbs up this video, like and subscribe, and hit that notification bell button. Oh, and also make sure after you watch this, if you have not watched my behind the scenes video for this week, and my Spill the Tea video. They're both up. Both are really good episodes. The Spill the Tea episode is almost an hour long, so you got a bunch of tea. It's really funny. Go watch it after this. Okay, so in tonight's episode, I missed like the first minute or two, but the part I came in on was when the ladies went to go do that little wicker chair ride. So they have this thing in Portugal where you can get on these little wicker chairs, like, you know, when our mamas used to go to the clubs and the stuff in the 80s, and they used to have them wicker chairs and used to sit in the chair and your niggas and your bitches would be posing in front of it. That's what they was pushing them on down the hill. I was like, you got to be out your motherfucking mind if you think I'm about to be pushed down the hill in a motherfucking club wicker basket that my mama used to take photos in back in the day when she used to go to the Max. I don't think so. But it looked fun, but it wouldn't have been me. Ain't no seatbelt attached to the wicker chair, nothing, nah. So the girls go to the market, and Candace and Ashley come across this little baby apron, and Ashley's like, "Oh, that's so cute," or whatever. And Candace then says that she wants to have a girl, that her and Chris are going to have a baby girl, and you can tell that Ashley had this look on her face like, I know you fucking lying. Like, bitch, really? All of a sudden now you want to have a kid? Because remember last year, Candace, was attacking Ashley and saying that she didn't believe that Michael's tears were real when he was crying about their miscarriage and this and that. So that is a place of contention for Ashley. So Gizelle pulls Karen to the side, and I'm thinking that she's going to try to talk to Karen about her bringing up this whole Jamal stuff. But she says to Karen, "You keep bringing up the engagement nonsense. I'm not saying Juan is going to propose, but if he does, you don't want to spoil it." And Karen was like, "Oh, okay, I got the tea." So at this point, she knows that this is what's going to happen or whatever. And so the girls then go to dinner that night, and Gizelle comes down in one of the leftover dresses from Wakanda. I wanted to like it. I almost liked it, but then when she stood up and it just didn't fit right. I didn't like it. Her ponytail was hanging on by a thread. She didn't even try to smooth it back. Some of it was coming out of the little ponytail part. The wraparound part was falling backwards. You saw the bobby pins. It just looked a mess. Like, the bitch didn't even try to comb her hair. And then Ashley came down in this little cute little cutout cheetah print sundress. It was really, really cute. Love that on her. Gizelle then tells Ashley that they're going to pull a prank on Wendy to do a little initiation into the clique or whatever. You know, Wendy is scared of everything. So the plan is after dinner, they're going to have some of them keep her down at the bar while they go up to her room and plant spiders and snakes in her bed. Gizelle's sneaky ass was able to go down to the concierge and get her room key. So I was like, okay, this is cute. This is funny. Okay, I'm here for it. I love a prank. So she also goes on to tell Ashley that Juan is going to propose to Robin. I didn't really understand why she did that. She said that she wanted Ashley to be an ally against Karen about the situation, but I didn't really feel like that was necessary. Like, I don't know. I just felt like she wanted to tell somebody, to be honest. So Karen come down looking real cute and sexy in one of Beyonce dresses from like 2010, but nonetheless, it was really cute on her. Robin did the best she could. I mean, she tried, but she ain't tried enough that she still didn't find a flat iron to fucking flat iron her hair. Like, is it that hard, Robin? It takes literally about 10 minutes just to take it through. Like, this side still crinkled from where she slept at. The track over her still hanging like this. It's just like, girl, she don't give a fuck. That bitch is a man in a jumpsuit. So then Wendy come down in this very deep V-neck jumpsuit. It was cute for Wendy, but Wendy is shaped literally like this swamp water. shaped just like this. She ain't got no nail curve, no booty. She just tall in there, child. But go ahead on, bitch, because I mean she's thinner than me. And then Candace come down just like she was going to the Stella Awards. I'm like, girl, you look like you about to win a Dove Award. Girl, where did you go with this gaudy ass, ugly ass outfit? Girl, everybody was challenged. So they go to the restaurant. And Candace says that her feelings about being a mom have changed. A lot of things that she had feelings on have changed, and that she wants to have a baby now. And then in her confession, she has the nerve to say that what she went through with Monique showed her that she could survive anything, and that now she's ready to bring a child into the world. So you having a 5-second fight has proven to you that you can tackle the world. This bitch act like she fought at Pearl Harbor, like she bombed Pearl Harbor. She like she fought in Afghanistan. She act like she survived cancer. She act like she had a near death experience. Like, girl, you had a 5-second fight where your wig got shifted and you got bapped in the head a couple of times, and you're acting like you have survived Plymouth Rock. Like, what the fuck are you talking about, girl? She is doing the most. Like, she is really milking this for everything she got. But at this point, it's really ridiculous, and you're making an ass out of yourself. Like, girl, stop. So Ashley brings up Candace saying that, Michael faked, crying over the miscarriage and all of that stuff last season. And Candace says, I don't want to go backwards. I'm not trying to go there with you. And Ashley says, you don't understand how hard it was for Michael to be vulnerable. And I was like, girl, Michael don't even understand how hard it is for him to be vulnerable. Because Michael to me seems like a sociopath. Michael don't even seem like he does really be genuine at times. Like, I don't believe shit that come out of Michael's mouth. And after what he has done to you, ain't no way in hell I'll be sticking up for that slimy ass nigga looking like Gollum. So then Ashley says in her confessional, the karma train is coming around for Candace, and I'm going to be a real bitch right about now. And I was like, at least she's standing in her truth that, bitch, you fucked with me, so now I'm about to fuck with you. I'm not going to let you get away with this. I'm not going to be the bigger person. I want to be petty, so I'm going to be petty. So, I mean, to each his own. So, but I'm like, at the same time, Ashley, you can't talk about nobody because that was once you. And Robin later on goes to point that out. So Karen then brings up, soldiering up for Ray and how they got a life coach and how she waited 2 years for him to say thank you and how much it meant to her when he finally did. I guess somewhere in that conversation, she even admitted to them, the ladies, that Ray said that he wasn't in love with her, because that's something that Gizelle brings up later on to Robin. And I was very shocked that Karen would even tell them that part, but I guess, she figured it's going to show on the television show. Might as well go ahead and get it out there and not seem like I'm trying to hide it. And that's the thing that I like about Karen, because good, bad, or indifferent, even the things that are embarrassing, she will eventually tell you what it is and admit the truth, whereas Gizelle sitting over here living a whole goddamn lie. So she says, Robin says, what do you think Ray needs from you? And she was like, he needs my time, but we're in a different place now, and I need for him to meet me halfway. And I agree. Like, I'm not that same young girl that's running in behind you, starry-eyed or whatever. Like, I got my own shit going on now. I need for you to put forth the effort and act like I'm the prize as well. So the food comes out, and I was not impressed. Like, it was literally a piece of fish on the plate that was like this big, a little sparse of plant, a little dollop of some sauce right here. And I was like, I know that bullshit costs about $50, and they literally ate one shrimp. Bitch, I would have been pissed off, because I know them hoes was hungry after they had to order fucking room service. I hate restaurants like that want you to pay $300 for a meal and you barely ate an appetizer. You got me fucked up. I'm too fat for that shit. So Ashley says to Candace, like, she's steady going with this whole thing, and she says someone doubting the authenticity of your words really hurt people. You were incessant. I'm holding on to some things. I want to be there for you, but you violated me emotionally. And I was like, ain't that the pot calling the kettle black? So Gizelle says, but do you remember how you used to act before you had a baby? She was like, you acted just like this. And I was like, one time I agree with Gizelle, because bitch, you and this girl are the same motherfucker. You were ruthless yourself. Now that you didn't have a baby, now you trying to turn into Mother Teresa or think you Gandhi or somebody. Like, girl, you are the last person to talk about how somebody treated you. So, Robin then says, remember how you attacked my family? I was able to move forward. And Ashley says, but what we went through, even though, I was wrong, what did I ever go on social media to bash you? And I was like, it don't matter. To me, it don't matter if you went on social media or not. You still did what you did, and it still hurt me. So it don't matter if you took it to fucking social media. The world's still gonna see it on the show. Like, it don't fucking matter. Like, that whole thing didn't even register to me. Like, I was like, what, Ashley? So Robin says that is a character flaw for her, but she does that to everybody, talking about Candace. And Candace was like, well, thanks, Robin. Candace is another person that you can't tell the truth to. She don't want to hear that shit. So Gizelle says, I don't think she feels you really, to Candace, Gizelle says, I don't think she feels you really put forth the effort to mend things with her. And Ashley agrees, and then Candace apologizes again, but the apology still didn't seem sincere to me. It was just like, I apologize. I'm so sorry you felt that way. Okay, period. And it was just that. And I was just like, that ain't really no apology, girl. But all right, girl, that's what you think is an apology. So Ashley, in her confessional, acknowledges that she sees some small changes in Candace since the fight. I think I can say that I do feel like I saw some changes in Candace this season, but to me, she's still the same OG at the end of the day. So after dinner, the ladies pull the prank on Wendy. They sneak into her room, and who was it? It was Gizelle, Robin, and Ashley. They snuck into her room, and they planted the spider and the snake into her bed, and then they hid in the closet. So after they got tired of waiting, Karen, Candace, and Wendy came up to the room or whatever for a little nightcap. And what's her name? Wendy was taking off her shoes, and she was like, is this somebody in my closet? So she got up to go see, and they jumped out. They was like, raw. And so she kind of jumped a little bit, but then she was just looking like, what the fuck is y'all doing? Like, what the fuck? Like, y'all too old for this bullshit. Okay. So that was a bust. I felt like that was stupid anyway. They should have just hid the shit. So after that, everybody leaves her room. Production, is still in there filming her. So the other girls are in the other room watching on the monitor. I just feel like that's a little bit too much. Like, I don't want nobody watching me while I'm in my hotel room undressing and shit like that. Like, this is a bit too much for me. But I don't think they ended up seeing anything. I think she went in the bathroom and closed the door, but that's just still too much. I could have been in there farting and shit, digging in my nose and my ass. Who knows? So, Wendy then comes out to pull back the covers, and she spots the spider, and she screams or whatever, and then she throws it because she realizes it's a rubber spider. It's not real. Then she pulls back the cover, and she sees the snake and more spiders, and she jump out of her skin. It's so easy to scare her scary ass. So the ladies are, cracking up laughing. She runs outside. Everybody's laughing. It was cute. It was funny. I like that part. So the next day at the pool, Robin joins Gizelle and shows her the pics from the photo shoot. Everybody looked good except for Karen. And I would agree that Karen, it was two photos that she felt like were the best of what Karen did. And one was where Karen's head was down and it was looking very witchy. And then the second one was a side profile. It wasn't a bad picture. It was just very like strong and just like, it wasn't happy and joyful like everybody else's. It wasn't sexy. It seemed like I had attitude. My stomach hurt. I ate some bad Chipotle. That's what it was giving me. So Gizelle was like, so is she not going to be a part of it? And she was like, I feel bad. I don't want to do that. But I mean, Karen should understand she got her own business or whatever. I would agree. Like, the pictures ain't cute. I ain't put them up. I don't give a fuck how you feel. Period. So then Gizelle brings up Ray and Karen, and she says, he said he's not in love with her. Do you think Karen loves him? Because we all know she ain't having sex with him. Robin in her confessional says years ago, Karen got very drunk at an event and said that she hates Ray's dick. Girl, I mean, anybody with two eyes can tell that she don't want to sit on old man river dick. Girl, it's probably take a mountain and a molehill, Jesus and all the Latter-day Saints to get that goddamn dick up. Like, Bray can barely walk down the hallway let alone hunch on something. Girl, bye. Like, I know Karen got to have a little side something somewhere, and I wouldn't blame her shit. So that's why I'm like, even when I do fuck you, nigga, I'm taking one for the team. So how dare you say you ain't in love with me no more? You got me fucked up with your old ass. So Karen meets up with Candace and tells her that she's very proud of her for not, allowing people to ignite her triggers, aka Ashley. And she said, she's really happy the way she handled herself. And Candace was like, at this point, the ball's in Ashley court. I want things to be cool with us, but it is what it is, basically. So Ashley then joins Robin and Gizelle down at the pool, and they ask her how she felt about the conversation that happened the night before dinner. And Ashley says, it brought up old feelings. And then she segues into, Monique asked me to write a statement for her case. It's a character witness thing, though. So, of course, Robin and Gizelle looking at each other like, I know this bitch didn't. I know she didn't. So Robin says, so she wants you to assassinate Candace's character. And I was like, Robin, if you don't have several seats with that damn sweater outfit you got on, and it's probably 80 degrees outside, you looking stupid as always. I'm like, girl, Candace has done enough on her own to assassinate her own character. Have you not watched the show? What the hell are you talking about? So Ashley says Monique could go to jail and she has a family. And I do feel like that is the reason why she helped Monique, but I also feel like she wrote the statement too because she don't like Candace. And this was a way for her to get back at her. And I would have more respect for her if she added that part in. I don't fuck with her, I don't like her. I spoke my truth, and that's that. So Gizelle said you didn't even see anything, though. And Ashley said, they wrote a statement for us last year about the whole Michael touching, the production's booty. So Gizelle in her confessional said, okay, Ashley owes Monique a favor. Monique got rid of the footage for her allegedly, and that's why, she's helping her out. I do think that Monique probably did help her out last year and got rid of the footage because, Monique is firm on, families is off limits or whatever the case may be. And I feel like Ashley has now returned the favor. I feel like they have made a friendship with one another and they holding each other, they hold each other down and, covering each other's backs. I mean, it could be wrong in your eyes. It could not be wrong. If Michael did touch productions, but we all know he has because we've seen another video of him doing it. I don't know. I just feel like if somebody came to me begging me like, please don't show this, would I not show it? I don't know. Like, I got a heart. Like, I don't know. I don't know how I feel about this. So I'm just gonna leave it alone because I can't really honestly say what I would do if I was the one in Monique's position. So Ashley then says, I'm not lying. She did get violent with me. She brings up Gizelle was like, oh, you talking about butter knife? And she was like, yeah, that the reunion and the altercation with her and Monique. She brings up several entities of where Candace was doing the most. So Robin in her confessional says it makes sense why Ashley got so angry at dinner last night. I felt like Ashley does feel some type of way about Candace now saying she wants a baby, but I do feel like she used that as a barrier to be like, this is why I did this statement because I still feel some type of way about what you did to me last year. She using that as a scapegoat, as a tool. You know what I'm saying? I don't think she's that pressed over it anymore. So Ashley tells them what she said in the statement. And then she says it wasn't meant to hurt Candace. It was meant to help Monique. Gizelle says Candace will never have a relationship with you now. Like, you could just forget that. And Ashley say, I can't say I will be sad about it. And I was like, well, there you have it, ma'am. And that was the episode. Next week, it seems like, shit is going to really kick up when Candace finds out the truth of what is going on. If I was Ashley, would I have written a statement for Monique? Probably so, because I don't like Candace and I'm telling the truth. And I wouldn't have took it that far anyway with pressing charges, period, because it wasn't that damn deep. And this woman does have children. Both of y'all were the cause of this. Like, that's just taking it too far. But let me know how y'all feel down below in the comment section. Make sure to thumb this video, like, and subscribe once again, and hit the notification bell button. I will be participating next month in Vlogmas, so get ready for a video every day in December from me. I did this last year. I had so much fun doing it, so get the fuck ready for that. I love you, kittens, and I will see you on the next video. Bye.